Hey everyone, it's Dr. Connie. Today's episode on Mind Your Health podcast is all about why your attention is something you must protect to prevent self sabotage. So, why self sabotage? Well, in living with autoimmunity or any chronic disease, there's things that nobody really talks about. While many search for things that they can do, apply things like diets and changing or taking supplements or exercising, all the things that we know that can help, even taking medications, they don't really bother to recognize the ripple effect of autoimmunity in the whole of our lives. When we're tired, when we're sick and in pain due to autoimmunity, it keeps us from cultivating healthy relationships with those who matter the most in our lives. We can't show up for our kids the way we want to, play with them, attend their recitals or track meets and all the soccer games and what have you. And we can't operate like other energetic moms. And then that really has an underlying sabotaging voice in our heads to tell us how we're not good enough over and over and over again, beating ourselves down. Not only that, we're not able to be there for our spouses, our friends and colleagues and coworkers in the way that we want to really cultivate a healthy social network as well. It even affects our aspirations and ambitions towards our career. It affects our faith, and most importantly, our relationship with ourselves. I've met and treated many autoimmune patients, and while it's easier to look outside of ourselves for solutions, it's more important to understand our own role in triggering and perpetuating autoimmunity. And let me tell you, once you can really wrap your head around your responsibility in your own life and your own health, that's going to be the most powerful place to operate from. Because no matter what you do, unless we address the root cause of our issue and learn to eliminate those habits that we have and the beliefs, limiting beliefs that are fueling our thoughts, feelings, and our actions, we will never be liberated and heal from those effects. This is why in our alkaline method transformation for autoimmunity program, we not only provide the superficial symptoms by providing nutritional and movement solutions through no nonsense nourishment for autoimmunity, as well as autoimmune yoga specific movements that will heal our autoimmune prone bodies. But we also provide transformational coaching to work through deeper issues that keep you stuck. And this is what really, really cultivates or really allows for breakthroughs in our patients. This includes our inner awakening, which is the first element of our alkaline methodology, because our alkaline methodology is a framework by which we work through the deeper layers to the outer layers. And the inner awakening is all about you getting to know you, learning to know what you're aligned with and what is important to you, learning your core values and your limiting beliefs that you're holding on to that is keeping you from making strides towards your health, as well as the outer manifestation, which is the second element of the alkaline methodology that work or help you to understand what you're thinking energetically and feeling in your body is exactly what you are manifesting in your life. And so I really dive deep into learning about why we do what we do, why we don't do what we do, even when we know it's good for us, because what we know is very different from what we believe. And what we believe is what we really act out on. And understanding the difference between the two is going to be the ultimate winner or the vehicle that gets us to where we want to go. It's a lot deeper because many of you guys are really looking at what can I do to feel better right now, right? Just a quick fix. Because when we're acutely involved or going through a flare, then we are riddled with so much physiological deterrents that keep us from wanting to do the thing. And sometimes we can't do the thing because of our physiology. We're too tired. We're too much in pain, and that takes toll on our ability to function normally. And these are all things that we have to work through, and it's all within the program for acute illnesses or flares, as well as those of you who are going through chronic flares. So it works both ways. We have a quick fix solution for many of the symptoms, as well as to really address the chronicity of our condition, to really nip things in the bud. Because the ultimate thing is, or ultimate benefit to our program is all about learning the empowerment, the self-empowerment tool to heal ourselves so that we can prevent anything from long-term effects. And I want to dive deeper into the energetic aspects of our healing versus the surface level things that we tend to get obsessed about. Where we are our thoughts, and our thoughts create vibrations or feelings in our body. And feelings themselves are vibrational frequencies. It alters it within our body, which are energetic force that elicits certain physiological responses from our bodies that affect our health in a big way, that ultimately is driving the autoimmunity. We emphasize the foods and the movements, which are really surface level things that are commonly associated well with healing. But it's not all of it. Those are still surface layer things. Unless we get to the deep healing effects, we'll never bring it up to the surface. So I talk commonly about a pimple that we might have. As a teenager, I used to get some pimples, and whenever it comes, it's irritated on the surface. So I'll try to kind of squeeze it out, but it isn't until that we get to the seed of that pimple, the infection deep within, the whitehead that comes up, the pus that can kind of come to the surface. Once we squeeze the seed of it out is only when we can feel the healing. If the seed is in there and it's still pussy down deep within, it doesn't matter what it feels like. When we just scratch the surface, it will just continue to heal and get irritated. So it's the same way with autoimmunity. And most of you don't realize that the thoughts that we think and the emotions that we feel is what activates our actions to produce the results in our lives. So thinking over and over again is the summation of our beliefs. So I want to ask you, have you ever failed at diets or exercise program in the past simply because you just couldn't get yourself to do the things or talk yourself out of it that you clearly know that would help you? You know, without a doubt, that if you followed this diet, that it would help you if you exercised every day, but then you just don't feel like it and you give into your energy that you don't want to do. And so you sort of fall away or fail away from what the goal that you set of attending the gym every day or exercising every day, whatever that might be. Well, I want to tell you, this isn't all you. This is because there's a deeply held belief about yourself, the identity that you hold, that opposes the thing that can potentially heal your body. It is to say, even though you want to heal your body, you really believe down deep within that you can't heal the body. Or you have other pre-existing things in your life that kind of gets you to a place where you really believe that you can't do the thing because of the circumstances in your relationship, in your marriage, or something else in your life. So whatever that might be. This is why my alkaline method transformational program for autoimmunity, I teach that energy flows where your attention goes. This means that our thoughts, and because we are thinkers of our thoughts, right? Our thoughts, or we are the thinkers of our thoughts. This really means that we are in charge. We're the masters of our own thoughts. We can shift them from the negative thoughts to positive thoughts. But many of us get stuck in the negative cycle of our thoughts that really constantly is getting fed in our day-to-day lives so much so that we forget that we have the ability to shift towards the positive thoughts. And our habitual experience of being in this negative space keeps us there, as opposed to pulling us out of it to allow us to go in the right direction. I want you to think of your life as a movie, and you really are the director who can determine the experience of the main character, which is you. And yet, you don't really know that you're the one responsible for your own experience in your own movie. And that's really what I want you to experience. And it doesn't matter how sick you are. Sickness will last, and sometimes it sucks with autoimmunity. I get it, but it's not all of it. So learning to sort of pull yourself out of the ditch into a higher elevated state of being allows us to have a chance at complete comprehensive healing from the deeper layers to the surface. So I believe many of you guys are perpetuating your negativity cycle because you're asking wrong questions in your lives. And really, the quality of your life is dependent on the questions that you ask. I believe Einstein said that. So I really want you to really think about and really write down or catch your minds or your thought processes in the questions that you ask. Because in my coaching, many of our students or patients are asking, why am I so sick? Why am I always sabotaging myself? Why does everything hurt? Why is he acting that way? Why am I so broken? Or I just want to feel better. Why can't I feel better? Why can't I live a better life when other people are living their lives? So all these questions that we ask our minds, guess what your mind does when you ask such questions? It's going to only validate why you feel sick. It's only going to validate why you want to feel better, but you can't. And it's only going to validate why you're so tired, why you're so broken, all the things. Remember, energy flows where your attention goes. So you want to ask better questions, right? So better questions are sort of like, how can I live a better life? How can I improve my relationship with my kids? How can I show up healthier for my kids? Or how can I improve my energetic state? How can I do better so that I can be more active in my life? And so when I ask these questions, my mind's going to go to ask or look for the solutions as to how I can do better in my life, how I can get more energy in my life, how I can figure out a way to do the things that I want, instead of asking myself the dead-end questions that's only going to validate how sick I am. I hope you're getting to see the difference. And this is why some of us get really stuck in the gutter. We don't know how to pull out of it. And that's why I call the alkaline method transformation a life-saving for a lot of autoimmune patients, because it's the only program that will elevate you enough to really address, of course, the surface level things that we all struggle with, getting rid of the symptoms while understanding and cultivating the deeper aspects of the getting rid of all the negativity and bringing it up to the surface. So finally, we can take a look at it and be fully aware so that we can learn to eliminate those things one by one. And it's a journey, it's a process, and everything is all about understanding that really health and healing is a lifelong pursuit, and we do it together. And we're very, very vigilant about eliminating any negative thoughts that come our way. If this message resonates with you, these are some common sense aspects to it. We not only address the modern medicine piece, utilizing all my knowledge and education in functional medicine, but also address it with the timeless wisdom, ancient wisdom of yoga, energy medicine, and really lots of understanding of channeling and all the miraculous inherent abilities from our bodies to really leverage those things with our scientific understanding, with our inner transformation, to really amplify everything that we do to a whole new level. So if it resonates with you, subscribe to our podcast, as well as to click the link below to learn more about our autoimmune yoga and our no-nonsense nourishment for autoimmunity, where we're going to clarify a lot of the misunderstandings or mistakes that we make in our dietary guidelines in living with our autoimmune condition. So we're really all about bringing to the surface all no nonsense, really straight shooting, really practical and easy tips to really address and conquer your autoimmunity in all aspects. Because again, autoimmunity has ripple effects in all aspects of our lives. We need to really address it in the holistic way that we can. So again, my name is Dr. Connie. This is a Mind Your Health podcast for autoimmunity. Please subscribe. Let us know what you think. And I'd love to see you and hang out with you. DM me on Instagram at Dr. Connie Chung. I'll see you guys all next week and have a wonderful day today.